What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today's video is actually going to be something I've been wanting to talk about. It's a company that's had a lot of hype around it recently, and a lot of big catalysts that are coming up and that have recently happened. And yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about Mullen Automotive. Now, if you want to know just in general what the company is and what they're about, where they're located, all that fun stuff, I did make a video about Mullen Automotive. Recently. You can go check that out and get a little bit more basic information, but today's video is going to have a little bit of a different focus. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So in today's video, guys, the first thing I want to go over here, as you all can probably read, it says Mullen stock soars as Mullen announces new patent applications. And then you can see here it says Mullen is preparing for its launch of the 5 EV crossover. Now, this article was published yesterday morning, June 22nd, 2022, which was the day that this news actually was released. So this is pretty recently, guys. And so you'll see here, Mullen Automotive stock is getting alongside. So here's the important part. The company is filing for more than 130 patents for its Mullen 5 EV crossover. And this includes the US and other countries. And take a look at that car, guys. Ooh, I liking the design. Not gonna lie. And so then we go on to read here. Stock was on the move Wednesday for the patents. So the company filed more than 130 patents in 24 countries to support the program. And I'll put a screenshot somewhere on the screen of a more breakdown list of what countries are getting how many patents and all that sort of stuff if you guys want to see it. So the patent covers the design and styling of the Mullen 5 EV crossover. So if you're not really familiar with what a patent is, it essentially gives the company exclusivity to whatever they're giving that patent for. So this happens to be the design and styling of the Mullen 5 EV. So other upcoming companies or companies in general can't just completely copy their design and put on a new brand name or something like that on it, which is it's honestly understandable. It's a good looking car. And so you'll see here that it says Mullen Automotive notes that 19 of the patents for the US are currently pending. Blah, blah, blah. There's some other patents that have already been approved for Argentina, Australia, Bahrain, China, and New Zealand. And then we got David Mishry, the CEO, giving us a little quote or a little statement here. He says, "We fully intend to make the Mullen 5 available around the world. Awesome. And these patents, including the filings in 24 international countries, show our intended commitment to do so." And yeah, that kind of goes along with what I said, guys. Having plans or a mission to go worldwide is it's a strong power play if you can achieve it, for sure. You can see here that the volume was obviously up on Wednesday due to the news. We'll get to the chart here in a second. All right, so you can see here, I believe this is the last 5 trading days. It is, okay. And you can see here, Mullen's been kind of tearing it up, as has, I guess, the EV sector in general, but um, Mullen more relatively or recently. So you can see here, this was last week. This was on the 16th. Where did we start this trading day? It had to be the 21st. Yeah, because the 20th we were not open. Right, so we started off just hot, right? Coming out the gates, booming. We're up to 160. Let's go to the day where we got the news. So it looks like Mullen took a little bit of a dump after hours, before the 22nd or yesterday, the day that we got the news, Tuesday night, and then you can see the news from the patent. Obviously the stock reflected well. We shot back up, almost reaching $1.70, or did we? Yeah, around there, $1.70, $1.71. Let's go, guys. Just ripping heads after the news, which is something good you like to see. I've talked about it in my previous videos. I just like to see how the stock reacts. It's kind of a show of what other people think. And then you can see we go on, and today's just been down a little bit. Not too worried, guys. Stock moves a lot. The stock is volatile, especially because there's been a lot of attention to it. So there's going to be more volatility right now overall with the stock. And if you think that's all for good news, I'm sorry to share with you that is not. The stock has got a lot going on, guys. A lot of exciting thing going on. So you can see here in this article, back in the beginning of June, Mullen Automotive essentially confirmed that they would be joining the Russell 2000 and 3000 indexes on June 27th. Um, so they reshuffle who's in it and who's not every year annually, and I believe it's always on June 27th when they do add those companies, and that will be this upcoming Monday. So after the market opens, according to the preliminary list of additions posted by the FTSE Russell on June 3rd. So then, of course, the stock will also be automatically added to the appropriate growth and value indexes. Um, so if you're not really sure with what the 2000 and 3000 indexes are, here's kind of description. So, an annual reconstitution of the Russell indexes captures the 4,000 largest U.S. stocks as of May 6th of 2022, and it ranks by total market cap. And then you'll go on to read the large cap is the Russell 1000 index, and the small cap is the Russell 2000 index. Hence, why they'll be added to the Russell 2000. Guys, Mullen's still a relatively small company, but I think it's just important, and it's kind of a milestone for a stock than anything to be added. It shows that their market cap is growing and has potential to essentially keep growing. And that's not the only reason I really think that this is a good thing. I think there's a couple reasons that this is a good thing. Um, One, obviously, being added to the Russell, get more institutional investment, as there's a lot of institutional investors or big money that is invested in the Russell indexes in general. And when you are invested into the Russell indexes, of course, if Mullen is added to that, obviously in some form or capacity, you are also invested in Mullen Automotive. So that's a good thing. Number two, generally, if you look at um, previous stocks that have been added to the Russell, they usually do well short term, anyways. Stocks usually perform better in the short term once they're added, and that can be due to a couple of things. One, there's going to be overall more shares traded with the stock. That just comes naturally. So that means a higher volume. And when you see a higher volume, usually for Mullen specifically, I'm not talking every stock, when there's good volume in the market or violence, one might say, Mullen performs well. It's usually a green day and we're able to run. So I don't think a high volume will be a bad thing at all for the company. I actually think it will be a good thing for the company, and I'm just excited to see how much more we move or how much more we can move um, once we're added to these indexes. And then last thing on this article I wanted to show you, this is a little quote from David Mishry. I'm not sure if I read it on the other article or not, but we'll just go ahead and go over it real quick. It says the inclusion of Mullen Automotive shares in the Russell 2000 and 3000 indexes, which are some of the stock market's top performing benchmarks, right? So a lot of people base how companies are doing, looking at these indexes and other valuations and stuff like that. But then he goes on to say it's a great honor, David Mishry. Then he says, I believe that our inclusion in the Russell indexes will bring Mullen Automotive great visibility within the institutional investment community. So, like I said, yeah, guys, the institutional investment one will go up, and that's always a good thing. And then I think when he says visibility, you can also say maybe publicity. And I've mentioned it before in my other videos. Yes, there's a such thing as bad publicity, but I don't think that this is one of them. I think just having their name added to the indexes, more people seeing the stock, more people trading it, overall is going to be a good thing for the stock. Guys, and there was just one more little bit of information I wanted to sneak in here before I close up this video. So Dave Mishry did hint or foreshadow at some big news having to deal with a Fortune 500 companies, and there was a lot of speculation, I guess, around it. But I did just see this morning there is some actual official articles over it. I don't have them pulled up for this video due to time, but it is apparently there's a Fortune 500 company that is loading up or looking to invest or buy some of Mullen's EV fleet vans. Now, I haven't really talked about it too much, but Mullen Automotive, yes, is in the delivery van industry. Just they have EV versions, which again, why not, right? It's the future. Come on, but you can check it out and find all about it with just a little bit of research. But I did just want to mention it in here because maybe it's another catalyst. Who knows? We'll see. But that's really all I had for this video. As always, if you liked and enjoyed any of the information or it helped you out at all, please leave a like and subscribe, guys. I'm on the road to 100 subs. I could use any and all love and support. I love you guys, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.